Hello there and welcome to the Bicycle Diaries. Today's ride might not be all that wise. Today is to ride down to Portchester Castle and back. Now I don't really know how far that's going to be as I've never done it before, but a quick guesstimate would make it probably 30-35 kilometres, so no great shakes distance wise, but the thing that's going to make it tricky is that I have to cross Portsdown Hill, and I'm going to do it using a route that I've only ever used once, and the last time was probably about 15-16 years ago, and it's a long steep climb, and the young lad I was riding with at the time, who was about 11, found it so tough he was literally in tears, so I'm going to take that one on today myself. I'm going to be stopping and doing these pieces to camera today rather than doing them on the bike, because I've done something to my elbow and it's making holding the camera and riding the bike a little bit tricky, so I don't want to fall off or do anything stupid like that, so I'll just be stopping and talking. The other thing that's going to make today a bit of a challenge as well is the weather. It's a bit chilly. I think I'm probably a little underdressed if I'm to be honest, and it's blowing an absolute hooley, and I wouldn't be surprised if it rains. I washed the trek the other day, so it's all nice and clean, so yeah, knowing my luck it's going to chuck it down. Just stopped briefly in the very historic village of Southwick, and it's right at the foot of the climb that I'm going to do. Now this is going to be very interesting because not only have I not ridden this climb in about 15 years, I also haven't been on the bike in about 10 days, so it's going to be very interesting. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Lane walk, and it wasn't quite as bad as I first expected. The lower part was about 6-7%, so that was quite manageable, and then there was a very steep section that I first thought was like 20%, but it turned out to be about 16, and I knew once I could get past that it did level out and it went down to about 5 or 6%. Still a toughie though. And what goes up must come down. So I'm now descending the other side of Portsdown into the town of Portchester. Here we are at Portchester Castle, and the castle you can see now is in fact medieval, but before that it was a Roman fort, and according to history this is also the place where Pontius Pilate was brought back from the Holy Land and held as prisoner. Today the castle is owned by Southwick Estate, but it's managed by English Heritage, so it's open to visitors, although right now I don't have enough time to go in and have a good look round. Okay, so heading for home now. I've got about 17-18 kilometres on the clock, and according to my calculations I've got about another 12 to get home. The good news is that if the wind pixies are smiling down on me, I'll have a tailwind, but the bad news is I've got to climb Portsdown Hill again, but luckily, according to many sources, there are about 26 different routes up the hill, so I'll take one of the easier ones. So there we go, there's 32 kilometres on the clock, which was more or less what I thought it would be. All in all, not a bad ride. I thought I was going to be a little bit cold, but it was very borderline, so I think it's not going to be too long before I'm in arm warmers and leg warmers. But yeah, great ride. And it's an even better ride if I can get back before it starts raining, which is precisely what it did about 2 minutes after I got home. With the weather on the turn, I think it's also time to start thinking about riding my winter bike. Thanks for watching.